Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Block 80! Block 49! Russell, alert, alert! They're running it! Safe! Shoot! No spacing. Motion me out.
Here's the rookie from Florida Atlantic, Kareth White. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Easy.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Set! Black 5! No foul! Hey! Mike 50.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his 1st catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check nickel. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. 22, 44. Safety's creeping. He's checking. Alert. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Greystone travel.
They'll run with White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. On 2nd down, it's White. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 1st down, here's White. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Blue 30. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Shit, watch the shit. Hey, hey, watch the shit, watch the shit. Focus, focus. Check,
on 2nd down now. It's White, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here I come. Here I come. Recon, 132 fire. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Check.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Switch Nickers. Nickers. 57 to Mike. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Push him back. Push him back. Shoot, shoot, shoot. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is getting
under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Freeman. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
3 buzz.
A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this off. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch.
Going on the ground, it's White, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's White.
Switch.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that 1st half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And Freeman lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this throw caught left side. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 52.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Check 43. Check 16.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. 50. 49's the mic. Watch 49. 50. Keep it up, guys. Check it back.
Ben to throw again. Goes underneath here to White. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Darnold completes to Bell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Caught here by Bell. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, okay.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check.
Opting to run again here with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
54. Mike 54. Yeah. Check it out,
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Here we go, son. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Squeeze, double.
To throw is Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that...
And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
and now here is another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Box drop. Not today, you are. Middle. 49 to Mike.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and it's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
54. 54. 65.
And for Darnold, this may be a free play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 39, Jets 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Alert, alert! Bravo!
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep. Hey, high 7. No spacing.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready? Select 20. Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days. But they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So for the Steelers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week.